So this is Nityananda Ashtakam. This is composed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is the composer of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita also. So he is one of the most intimate disciples and devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. And let's begin. प्रेमे घूर्णित नयना पूर्णिता चंचल मृदुगति निंदितम् वदनमण्डल चण्ड निर्मल वचनममृतखण्डितम् असीम गुणगणितरिले जगजने मोहे कहे कुरु वञ्चितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् मिहिरमण्डल श्रवणे कुण्डल खण्डमण्डल दोलितम् किये निरुपममलतिरधाम अङ्के अनुपमाशोभितम् मधुर मधुमणे मत्ता मधुकर चारु चारु कचुम्बितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् अजनुलम्बित बहुसुवालित मत्तकरीभरनिन्दितम् भयभयाभगि गभीरदात्रे करुदशाधिकभेदितम् अमर किन्नर नगनरलोका सर्वाचित्तसुभाषितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् शनिहुहुङ्कृतलं पाजम्पकृत मेघानिन्दितगाजितम् सिंहढमरुक्षिणा कटीतवसशोभितम् सोपन्मुदुनीतीरे सगणे नभाचरण भरे महिकम्पितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् अभनिमण्डल प्रेमे बादल करलावधूतला अभितम् तापि दिनहीन तर्किक दुर्जन केहनाभिलभन्वितम् श्रीपद पल्लव मधुरा माधुरी भजत भ्रामर शोकपितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् ओमनि मञ्जिर चारु तरलता मधुर मधुर सुनादितम् अतुल रतुल युगल पदतल कमल कमल सुराजितम् विजयामराभनि हिमकर निताय पदन कृष्णोभितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् जनर भय कलि भुजगा भागल विलास बिलेहाशितम् अपन किरण जनु तिमिरन कमल सुराजितम् दुरित भय क्षिति अभहि अतुरा हरतरा करुणाशितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिय देहि मे स्वपदान्तिकम् इषतः स इत जहलके दामिनी कामिनी गणमन मोहितम् सोपनुदुनि तीरे ध्यान करे भव बने परागीरितुम् वचन बल इत अधरा कंपै बहुतुलीक्षणिरोदितम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् जयति जय वसुजानव प्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Translation. Your eyes are rolling in ecstasy as you cast fruitive glances. Defeating nectar, your face is as effulgent and beautiful as the full moon. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. Your earrings, brilliant as the sun, dangle playfully upon your attractive cheeks. O Prabhu, maddened bumblebees hover above and drink the honey from the fragrant Malti garland decorating your limbs. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. Your long, graceful arms hang down your knees, and you conquer the beauty of the trunk of an intoxicated elephant. With a thundering voice reverberating throughout the 10 directions, you cry out, oh brother, where are you? The hearts of all the residents from the hellish regions or to the heavenly planets are attracted by your irresistible beauty. Sometimes in ecstasy you dance blissfully and roar so loudly that the vibration conquers the rumbling of clouds. From your waist, which is as thin as lion's waist and adhamru drum, hangs a beautiful blue silken cloth. Wherever you run swiftly along the bank of the Ganges, the earth trembles below the caress of your lotus feet. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. You have completely inundated the entire universe with the clouds of your ecstasy. No one, be he miserable, poor, downtrodden, quarrelsome, or sinful, can escape the flood of your mercy. The beautiful lotus feet are softer than a tender green leaf. The bee-like devotees always drink the sweet nectar, following your lotus feet. Your jeweled ankle bells move gently and tinkle sweetly. The soles of your incomparably pure and soft lotus feet radiate the um, reddish hue resembling two beautiful lotus flowers. The cooling rays of the sun of the full moon have left the heavens to reside beneath your lotus feet and emanate a shimmering effulgence from your toenails. Out of fear of you, the snake of Kali fled far away, thus making everyone happy. As the rising sun dispels the fear of darkness and gives life to the lotus flower, your appearance removes everyone's fear of their sinful reactions and gives new life and hope to Bhumi, who was suffering greatly from the burden of those sins. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. With a slight smile radiating from your lotus feet, you attract all beautiful girls who can understand the ecstatic emotions you relish when you fall onto the ground in a swoon. Your lips tremble and sometimes you cry as you raise your hands over your head. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. So here we are glorifying the qualities of Nityananda Prabhu. So basically, he is none other than Balram. So when Krishna came in Chaitanya Lila as Gauranga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Balram also came in the form of Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, and like you see in the picture, Balram, as we discussed in the last class, always assess Krishna in all his pastimes. Okay, whenever Krishna comes down, he also comes down. When Ram came down, he came as Lakshmana, right? So when Krishna came down in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also came down in the form of Nityananda Prabhu, and all he would do was to go to every person, each and every person in the city of in Bengal. He used to go to everybody and request them, literally beg them, ask them to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, so he was ready to take all their sins. Okay, he would literally fall to the feet of all the people there, begging them and requesting them to chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay, that's how humble Vaishnavas are got to be, and Nityananda Prabhu showed it by example. Okay, the humility. The first thing is humility, and and people used to not accept whatever Nityananda Prabhu used to request. They would retaliate. They would sometimes ask him to go away, walk away. Sometimes they would even hit him. Nityananda Prabhu used to take all of it. Why? He just wanted people to chant the holy name of the Lord, because that is the only weapon we have in Kali Yuga. The only medicine for Kali Kalmash Nashanam, we say, no. The Kali, the bad qualities of Kali Yuga can be you know show thrown away, or we can be gotten rid of all the bad qualities in Kali Yuga only by the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. Okay, there is no other way. The only way is to chant the holy name of the Lord, right? Hari Rama Hari Rama eva kevalam kalau nastyeva 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 gatir anyatha. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. So please chant the holy name of the Lord every day. Chanting should not be equated with any other devotional practice. That is one of the 10 offenses we have. Okay, chanting is chanting. We cannot say, okay, I didn't chant today, I will compensate by hearing more of Bhagavatam, or reading more of Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. No, nothing can be equal to chanting. We have to chant our rounds we are committed to, whether it's one round or whether it is 16 rounds. Okay, how many people chant 16 rounds here? Can you raise your hand? It's just for my information. Okay, just to assess myself where I am standing, how positively am I able to impact you all. That's all. Can you raise your hands? How many of you chant 16 rounds? Nobody? Okay, how many of you chant at least one round or more? Okay, Sandhya Mataji, only one person chants one round and more.
I chant 13 rounds, Mataji.
13 rounds. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. And yeah, so only 3 people chant one round and more. How many people chant? There are 17 of us in the class. At least one round every day. Okay, I'm getting answers in the chat. Hari Bols. See, that is the inspiration we all got to draw from Giridhar Gopal Prabhuji. He chanted literally 108 rounds. I know a senior devotee in ISKCON. She chants 64 rounds every Ekadashi. She makes time and chants 64 rounds. Okay, and Prabhuji is chanting 108 rounds. And oh my god, this is great. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur, he is one of the companion of Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, so both Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur used to go and request people on the road everywhere, go to house by house and request people to chant. And Haridas Thakur used to chant literally 192 rounds every single day. 192 rounds. Nobody can touch that. I mean, it's impossible. So he used to chant offenselessly with full focus and concentration. Okay, he used to not even eat. He would be like, I'll first complete my 192 rounds and then eat, take prasadam. Till then, I will not get up from my place. I will not do anything. I will only sit and chant. That was his attitude. This is to another level. Hari Bol Prabhuji. Great. Okay. Yeah, so please chant at least one round or how many ever rounds you're committed to every single day. Don't give up on chanting. There is no other way out in Kali Yuga. Okay, and it's the easiest process. Okay, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, everything requires a lot of effort, either physically or mentally. But chanting, it's effortless, right? You can sit wherever you are, stand wherever you are, and you can chant. So please chant. Yes, see, Prabhuji is. Prabhuji, can you unmute and share your experience in in a moment?
Hare Krishna Mataji. I was inspired by Lalita Narayan Mataji, along with whom I did my L3 batch, L3 level 3 batch. So since then, whenever on Ekadasi days, I used to do 108 rounds. So Mataji used to do 108 rounds every day, Mataji, day in and day out. So in our group, we all like most of us, like at least 5 of us, do 108 rounds, Mataji, on Ekadasi days.
Hari bol,
So
Hari bol.
it gives a fantastic feeling, and the aura and the energy. It is unexplainable, Mataji. It helps us a lot, Mataji. The entire day, it is a blissful day for us, Mataji, whenever we chant such rounds.
Hari bol. See, the best way to engage ourselves on Ekadashis, because Ekadashi, the main idea behind taking up Ekadashi is not to, artificially say, okay, I'm not supposed to eat today. No, that's not the way. You need to be engaged so much in service that you need to say, okay, no time to eat today. That's the reason I didn't eat. That is the main idea. That's the whole basic idea behind Ekadashi. That is why we have to offer how much of our service as much as we can on Ekadashi days.
And the best thing is that we don't feel tired at all, Mataji. So
Yeah,
keep
you have a question,
chanting.
Prabhuji. How many hours did you take to chant?
For 108 rounds, I took 10.5 hours, Mataji. And for that
Yeah, see,
extra
that
14
covers the
hours,
entire day.
yeah, early morning chanting along with Prabhuji, NND Prabhuji. So that time I did the remaining rounds.
Hari bol, Hari bol.
Continuous. So I started in the afternoon and then continuously, like here and there, I took some break, and then till 4:30 early morning, I.
Yeah, Hari bol. Very nice. So all of you also please join, morning chanting, Brahma Muhurtam chanting. If you chant in Brahma Muhurtam, like if you chant at least one round before 6 o'clock sunrise, then your interest and taste for chanting will increase. Then you will be easily able to increase the number of rounds you are chanting. Okay, that is the trick. Yeah, so like I was saying, chanting is the best way we can serve because it does not involve any special effort. Okay, you just have to sit in a place and chant. So please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra without fail. And as Prabhuji was saying, it gives a wonderful aura, wonderful feeling, because Harinam, the meaning of the name Hari is, like I said, all auspiciousness, removes every negativity we have and gives only positivity. Okay, and because Krishna is in Namavatar, in Kali Yuga, Krishna is in Namavatar, and Harinam, the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is considered to be Nama Prabhu. He is a person, not just a name or not just sound. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a person. Every time you chant, Nama Prabhu comes on your tongue. Okay, so we don't experience or we don't get to know all this because we are not elevated to that level. But every time you chant, he comes on our tongue. Nama Prabhu. So that is the reason. By chanting, we actually develop a relationship with Nama Prabhu, who is a representative of Krishna, who is Krishna himself. So Harinam is not different from Krishna. We already saw this, right? So that is the reason Harinam is not just sound or mantra. He is Krishna himself in the form of Namavatar, Nama Prabhu. So we have to chant. There is no other way. So now, so quickly let's have a recap of last class. You can unmute and answer. How many names did Garga Muni give Balaram during the naming ceremony?
3, Mataji.
3. What are those?
Rama, Baldev, and Sankarshana.
Yes, very good. And why did he first appear in Devaki's womb?
To clean up the womb, Mataji.
No.
Guru.
Devaki is herself a devotee. Why will he appear to clean up?
A guru to understand Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Haribol, yes. Balram means Guru Tattva, the original Guru. He is the principal Guru, okay? Even Nityananda Prabhu, we call him Guru Tattva, okay? When we have to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we need to go through Nityananda Prabhu. When we want to approach Krishna, we need to go through Balram. And Balram represents Guru, okay? So our spiritual master, any Guru for that matter, Prabhupada, so all of them are Gurus and Balram is the principal Guru. He is the Guru Tattva. So if Devaki wanted Krishna in her womb, she first needs to go through the Guru. That is the reason Balram appeared, because he is the principal Guru, and then she got Krishna. Okay, and then yeah, how many rasas do Balram serves Krishna in?
All 5, Mataji.
Yeah, what are they?
Shantaras, Sakyaras,
Yeah,
Vatsalya, Dasya and Madhurya.
yeah. So how does he serve in Shantaras? Anybody?
Flute, all those the
Bed,
ornaments on
suit,
his.
dress, everything, right? Kartal and all that. Yes, and Madhurya Ras?
As Anand Manjari, Mataji.
Yeah, Haribol, Ananga Manjari.
Singing.
Ananga Manjari glorifying the pastimes, intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Okay, that way he serves in Madhurya Ras. Okay, Ananga Manjari is Balram's expansion as Sri Radha Rani's younger sister. Okay, and then what is the difference between Balram and Krishna? The major differences that you can see outward.
Arrow?
Sorry, anybody knows?
The color
Nobody?
difference.
Complexion of the skin. Yes. Then
The weapon they carry.
yes. Then the color of the dress also. We just saw, no? He wears blue silken clothes. Nityananda Prabhu wears blue silken clothes. Even Balram used to wear blue color clothes, and Krishna is Pitambara Shobhita. So he wears yellow color clothes always. Okay, so that is one thing. And he doesn't play flute. Balram doesn't play flute, and Krishna plays flute. So these are all outward differences. And Balram is the supreme servitorship. He serves the Lord in all the 5 rasas. And Krishna accepts the service in all the 5 rasas. So that is the difference. And yeah, so these are the differences. And so last class we saw in his childhood, till his childhood, right? He happened to kill so many demons, right? Which are the demons Balram killed when he was a child?
Dhenukasur.
Yes, and
Pralambasur.
yes, Dhenukasur and Pralambasur. Haribol. So next, going forward, what happens? They are now growing up. Okay, so both Krishna Balram are growing up, and no, Priya Mataji. Putana was killed by Krishna. Okay. Yeah. So now they are growing up. They have attained the teenagers age. Okay, where 14, 15 years, and now they have to leave to Mathura. Okay, so that is their purpose, right? Krishna needs to kill Kamsa. That is the main purpose, and that is the reason they have to go back. So now Akrura comes. Akrura is one of the ministers from Kamsa's court, but Akrura is again a very, very great devotee of Krishna. Okay, so he comes to take both of them and go to Mathura. Okay, when he comes and takes them back to Mathura, all of them cry. Okay, like you see in the picture, there's Akrura and Balram and Krishna over here in the chariot, and all the gopis come and cry. They stop. They try and stop them from going, but nothing works. Okay, like I already told, Vipralamba Bhav. The separation gives you actual bhakti or the understanding essence of Krishna than anybody else. Okay, than anything else. Vipralamba Bhav is where you intensely understand the separation and you start missing Krishna. So that Vipralamba Bhav actually helps you serve the Lord in the purest devotion, purest height of devotion. Okay, that's why Krishna wanted all the gopis to undergo that bhav so that they become pure devotees, or they show the world what pure devotion is. That's the reason he goes. And then when Akrura on the way he stops and takes bath in a river, okay, Akrura. So inside the river when he takes a dip, he will get a vision of the entire Vaikuntha Loka, okay, where Krishna Krishna will be in the form of Vishnu in Vaikuntha, right? And he says, whatever you're seeing on the screen, this entire picture he sees, all the demigods will be there, okay, even Shiva, Brahma, all the demigods, Narada Muni, Ananta Shesha, Vishnu, everybody will be there, and all the demigods will be offering prayers to the Lord. Okay, and this is the vision he gets when he underwater. Okay, when he dips, and then in this underwater he sees he literally sees Balram becoming Anantashesh, his original form, and Krishna becoming Vishnu. So he literally sees that, and then he immediately gets a shock because Balram and Krishna were there in the chariot. He was confident that they were sitting in the chariot. How can this happen, right? So this again proves that it is Anantashesh is an expansion of Balram, okay, and Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna, okay. So Krishna and Balram are the original forms, and Anantashesh and Vishnu are the expansions of them. So he gets a shock actually. So this is one incident to prove. And then and then they go to Mathura, they enter the Mathura. So when they enter Mathura, what happens? Entire city stands as if they are seeing some they stand and welcome, all of them stop their work, whatever they're doing, whatever they are in the middle of, they come out and they see they come and accept Krishna and Balram. Okay, so these two young boys, they look so dazzling, they are so beautiful, and all of them come there. It's a eye treat for all of them. Okay, and different people offer services in different way for Krishna and Balram. Okay, some people come with flowers and give them flowers. Some people come and offer them sandalwood paste. If there are tailors, they stitch clothes for him and give. If there are florists, they give them flowers. Okay, so different people serve Krishna in different ways, and for every service Krishna receives, Krishna offers a benediction immediately. Okay, like for the tailor, there was a tailor who stitched clothes for him and gave. Okay, and Krishna immediately granted the tailor Sarupya Mukti. Okay, what is it? Sarupya Mukti means the tailor, once the tailor leaves his body, the soul leaves the body, he goes to Vaikuntha and gets the same form as the Vishnu form. Okay, as the Lord, four-handed Vishnu form, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma form. Okay, so, and he will also get all the jewelry and everything, same form as the Lord. Sa Rupya, same Rupa of the Lord. Okay, so these are the benedictions Krishna offers to everybody there for all the services he receives. And then later on there will be a Dhanur Yagna organized by Kamsa. Okay, and Krishna Balram come to the yajna and they break the the bow dhanu. Okay, so that bow will be huge, too huge. Okay, nobody can even lift it. It'll be too huge, but Krishna comes and lifts it in one hand. Okay, so he is very strong, he is the Lord, right? So he breaks it, and then both of them, with the two broken pieces, Krishna and Balrama beats the angry caretakers of Kamsa. Okay, and because all those people come to attack Krishna and Balram, right? So they, out of self-defense, they with the two pieces of the bow, they start beating the people there. Okay, this proves the strength of Krishna and Balram. Okay, how strong they are. And then killing the wrestlers. Later on, we say no Kamsa Chanura Mardanam. So Krishna kills Kamsa and Chanura. Chanura is the principal wrestler of the court, Kamsa's court, and so Krishna also kills Shala and Toshala as well. Okay, and Balram kills Mushtika and Kuta. These are all the wrestlers in the Kamsa's court. After killing the wrestlers, Krishna goes and kills Kamsa. Okay, so Balram mainly kills Mushtika and Kuta. Okay, they are very powerful. They think, okay, they underestimate Krishna and Balram. They think, okay, these are two small guys, what will they do? Okay, but what is Balram? Source of what kind of strength? Anybody knows? Balram is the source of what strength? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm receiving the answers in the chat. He is a source of spiritual strength, right? So of course, who will be the strongest? If not Balram. Yeah, now Rukmi. Okay, so Rukmi is, anybody knows who is Rukmi? Who is Rukmi? You can put your answers in the chat.
He is the brother of Rukmini.
Yes, he's the brother of Rukmini. Very good. He's the elder brother of Rukmini. And Rukmi is demoniac. Okay, he's not a devotee of the Lord. So what happened? Uh, Once what happened, Rukmi and Balram had a contest. Okay, as in they had to play a game. Okay, a gambling match. And then Rukmi wanted to cheat Balram and take away all the wealth. Okay, so basically, in the first match, Balram actually accepted the decision of Rukmi. Rukmi declared himself to be the winner. Okay, they used to keep a wager of 100 coins or 1000 coins, 10,000 coins. Every round they used to increase the number of coins, and they used to play the game. And Rukmi won the first round. Okay, and the moment Rukmi won, all Kalinga king, everybody started laughing at Balram. Okay, Balram controlled, tolerated his anger. Okay, and then second time it was 100,000 coins, and the number of coins kept on increasing round by round. Okay, and it was Balram who kept winning, but Rukmi falsely happened to declare himself to be the winner. He used to cheat, and Balram still tolerated, and gave him warnings. Okay, and then finally Akashvani came. Okay, a voice from the sky came saying, Rukmi, what you're doing is wrong. It is Balram who has fairly won the game. Okay, but Rukmi used to not bother. Okay, he still said he was still defending himself, and he ignored the voice, and he still started declaring himself to be the winner. Balram tolerated to an extent, but not later, right? So then Balram actually was provoked, and then what did he do? He took his gada, right? Padma, the club, I'm sorry, the club, and then he struck Rukmi dead. Okay, so Balram is very, very powerful. He tolerates, yes, he's very patient, but at the same time, if we don't obey him, he will definitely teach people a lesson as well. Okay. Um, yeah, so deliverance of Dvivida Gorilla. This is the next Lila. What happens is Gorilla, this Dvivida was the prime minister of Sugriva. Okay, Sugriva comes in Ram Lila, right? So he was the minister of King Sugriva. He's a very bad person. Okay, this Gorilla was very bad. He was always disrespecting women, and he was always misbehaving with women. Okay, and he used to not have respect for saintly people, godly personalities. Okay, and one day what happened, he was actually misbehaving and provoking a lot of women there around. Okay, Balram couldn't tolerate it, and Balram is very powerful, and what does he do? He takes pleasure in exhibiting his strength. Now Balram is the source of spiritual strength, and he takes pleasure in exhibiting his strength, definitely. So he actually threw a stone at Dvivida, right, the gorilla, but gorilla avoided very artfully and struck the stone back. He put the stone back at Balram. Okay, and then he took a earthen pot and threw away at Balram. Okay, earthen pot contained alcohol, varuni we say. Okay, he drank that, and then Dvivida got um, lost, as in he got intoxicated completely. Okay, because of the alcohol's effect, and he started acting in a very inappropriate way with Balram. Okay, he started tearing clothes of Balram and all the accompanied women also around. Okay, so he started tearing clothes, which is a very, very big offense, right? So Balram got angry. He took his club. His club's name is Sunanda. Okay, and he struck Gorilla again. But then, they had a nice fight actually between each other. Gorilla and Balram used to fight because Dvivida was also strong. And then finally, Balram could not tolerate it anymore, and he took his club and struck on the gorilla. Then blood came. It just he just bleeded. Okay, and then finally he the collarbone of gorilla, was he hit the collarbone of gorilla with his fist, and finally he was dead. Okay, So this way he killed Dvivida as well. So all this explains to us how strong physical and spiritual strength, how strong Balram was, right? And yeah, so this way he used to give peace and happiness to all the devotees around. Okay, now these are all incidents that, again, like I told you, proves how strong Balram is. Okay, Balram dragged the entire city of Hastinapur to secure Samba's release. So Samba is, anybody knows who is Samba?
Samba is Krishna's son,
Yes,
Mataji.
Krishna's son. He was born to Jambavati. Okay,
Bhagavati, yeah.
so Krishna has multiple wives, and Jambavati is one of them, and he was born to Jambavati. And Samba, you know, yeah. So he was born to Jambavati, and Duryodhana. Okay, he went to Duryodhana's kingdom for okay. So Duryodhana's daughter, okay, is Lakshmana. So Samba wanted to get married to Lakshmana. Okay, so what Samba did in the middle of Swayamvar, he kidnapped Lakshmana. Okay, from the middle of Swayamvar, and he took her away to get married. Okay, so Duryodhana got very angry, chased him, and all the Hastinapur army also chased Samba, and finally they all captured Samba and captured him and took him to Hastinapur and locked him in. Okay, but Balram got very angry. Of course, Samba is Krishna's son, right? So Balram has to go and protect Samba. So he went to the Hastinapur and to release Samba. But all the Duryodhana and everybody in Hastinapur disagreed to release Samba. Okay, so he again happened to exhibit his strength. He took the entire city and he wanted all of them, all the people of Hastinapur. He dragged them and he wanted to, push them into the river Yamuna there. Okay, so the entire city would get drowned in the river. Nobody will be alive. Okay, and everybody knew in Hastinapur, everybody knows how strong Balram is, and when he wants to do something, he will do it. Okay, and that powerful he is. So that's why they were like, okay, forgive us, we will release Samba. And Samba was released, and he was married to Lakshmana. Okay, so this is one incident where he stands for his devotees. Whatever the situation is, whatever the case is, he goes to any extent to protect his devotee. Okay, and yeah, then Roma Harshana. This is also a very nice incident. Okay, so Roma Harshana is a disciple, a very, very significant senior disciple of Vyasadev. Okay, Vyasadev, who composed Mahabharata, Vedas, and all. Okay, so Vyasadev's disciple was Roma Harsha. He's very, very skillful in Vedas. Okay, he knows all the shlokas. He has very big, nice panditya. Okay, in Vedas, grammar and all that. Okay, but unfortunately, all he knows, he was like a bookworm. He just knows the shlokas, all the Vedas by heart, but no manners, as in no principles of religion. Okay, he doesn't even know how to behave with Vaishnavas. Okay, so he was once what happened in the assembly, Balram happened to enter. Okay, everybody stood up to respect Balram. Balram is the supreme personality of Godhead. Obviously, we have to stand up and respect him. But what did Roma Harshana do? He was proud of his panditya. He was proud of his position, occupying the main, the position of being a leader of all the disciples there. And he was proud that, okay, I know all the Vedas. Who can beat me? That sort of pride he had. And because of that, because he was a very big Vedantist, he never got up and offered any respect to Balram. Okay, so Balram definitely got angry because he is the Guru Tattva, right? Roma Harshana, being a disciple of Vyasadev, he needs to respect the principal Guru. If he is supposed to respect Vyasadeva as his Guru, Balram is the principal Guru. He is the Guru Tattva. So what if he does not have any respect for Balram? Then what kind of disciple is he? Right? There is no meaning to all the lessons he has learnt. Okay, if there is no practical application. So a lot of people even today, they come and say, I know by heart Vishnu Sahasranama, I know Bhagavad Gita by heart, I know that by heart, I know this by heart. Is that helping the person in any way? Some people just by heart the shlokas without understanding the meaning. Where does it take us? Right, we can relate, such people can relate to Roma Harshana. doesn't take people to anywhere, because we need to understand the meaning. The main reason why Bhagavad Gita is all presented to us is to understand the intention behind it. The intention is to make all of us devotees. Okay, we cannot become devotees just by saying, okay, I like God, I love God. No, devotion means devotional service. Prabhupada translates bhakti to devotional service. If there is no service involved, there is no bhakti involved. Bhakti is not just a feeling, it's a service. Okay, it's a science, right? Bhagavad Gita is a science. You cannot by heart science. You have to practically implement it, and if you have to practically implement it, you have to first understand it, right? So Roma Harshana lacked all of that. So Balram couldn't take it. And you know how Balram actually eliminated Roma Harshana from this planet? He just took a small, a blade of grass. Okay, he just touched the blade of grass on his body, and then he died. Rama Harshana died. Okay, so where does it take? Where did it take him? Right? Nothing. Nowhere. Right? So this we can relate to an incident which happened in Chaitanya Lila. So there was an illiterate Brahmana. Okay, he was actually a very very great devotee of the Lord. All the Brahmanas with him used to read Bhagavad Gita every day. They used to read, and this person did not know how to read and write. He was an illiterate. He used to just look at the pictures in the Bhagavad Gita. Like if you have Bhagavad Gita in your hand, cover page itself has a very nice picture, right? Parthasarathi picture. Arjuna is there and Krishna is there, right? Krishna is driving the chariot of Arjuna. He's acting like a charioteer. So this person was only looking at the picture because he doesn't know how to read and write, right? Everybody was reading and he was only looking at the picture, and he was crying. Tears just ran down and ran down and ran down, and then finally all the Brahmanas there used to laugh at him. Okay, they used to see him and then they used to laugh. Okay, this person does not know how to read and write, that's why he's crying. That is what they understood. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually understood why he was crying. And then one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and asked him, why are you crying? Why are you looking at Parthasarathi and crying? So the Brahmana told, this person told, Krishna is so great. He's the supreme personality of Godhead, but he drove the chariot for his devotee. See how merciful he is for his devotees, right? He is Bhakta Vatsala. See, he is Achyuta. Even though he became the charioteer, we cannot call Krishna the driver of a chariot today. Is he fallen from his position? No, he's still considered to be the king. He's still considered to be the supreme personality of Godhead, right? So that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, to understand Krishna's position and devote ourselves to him, right? And this person attained this essence without even reading a word in Bhagavad Gita, right? So that is the true devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated him and made all of them understand what actually is the intention or purpose behind reading Bhagavad Gita, right? So it's not about how many shlokas you know, it's not about how much panditya you have, it's about how much faith you have in the Lord, right? Even Prabhupada composes Jaladutta prayers when he was going to America in the ship. He gets heart attack consecutively 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, and then he composes a poem, Jaladutta prayers, asking for the mercy of the Lord, because one more heart attack if he gets, Prabhupada cannot stay. Like he will have to leave this world. Okay, because of the age and all the body condition and all that taking into consideration. So he composes a poem saying, I have no devotion, I have no strength, I don't know the way ahead, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. All I have or all I know is faith. I just have faith in you, Krishna. You have to help. So Prabhupada is saying, I have no devotion. How can we say we are devotees of the Lord? Right? All we have to have is faith in the Lord. That is the first step. The more and more your faith becomes stronger and stronger, the more and more devotion also develops. Okay, so devotion has not even developed in us, basically. Devotion, because devotion means devotional service. Service attitude has to be there towards the Lord, but we are focusing on our comfort as at this point, right? So unless that service attitude is there, it's very difficult to call ourselves devotees. Yeah. So next, marriage of Subhadra is, everybody knows, Krishna's sister. She gets married to Arjuna, right? So what happens? Anybody knows what's the story behind Arjuna and Subhadra? How did they get married? You can unmute and answer. How did Subhadra and Arjuna got married?
Hare Krishna. Krishna asked Arjuna to come to that place as he was in disguise as a saint. And Subhadra, he asked Subhadra to go and serve him. Like that, they both became friends. They got married.
They got married.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody wants to add?
Yeah, Draupadi, he entered Draupadi's room. There was some
That
thing
is the
like
backstory,
rules.
right?
Yeah, that's, and he had to go
To
Vanvas, like
Vanvas.
what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that time he met her.
Yes.
She served him, and Krishna saw that both of them got married.
So
Or
the
something like
basic
that.
point here is, yes, what you told was correct. So accidentally Arjuna had to enter Draupadi's room without her, her permission. As in, Draupadi had to divide her year, right? Divide time between all the 5 husbands. So when without her permission, nobody can enter her room. Okay, so Arjuna had to enter for some reason, for some emergency reason, and finally he had to go to Vanvas. And so when he went to Vanvas, obviously he will be dressed up as Brahmana only. And then he went to this Krishna Balram's court as well. And yeah, so Balram asked, because see, Arjuna was dressed up like a Brahmana. When we go to Vanvas, that's how we dress up, right? And Arjuna dressed up like a sage, and Balram wanted Subhadra to serve him because he was a Brahmana, a sage. Okay, and then while they were serving, Subhadra consequently fell in love with Arjuna. Okay, and then what happened? How did they get married is very interesting, because they actually went out of the court. Okay, Arjuna went took Subhadra and went out of the court. Okay, and then so Balram got angry. Balram was like, how can Balram actually thought Subhadra was kidnapped, but Subhadra willingly left with Arjuna. Okay, but Balram thought Subhadra got kidnapped, Arjuna kidnapped her. But it was not that way. It was mutual. With mutual understanding, both of them left. And Balram was very angry, and when they came back, Balram wanted to punish Arjuna, okay, for taking his sister away. But Krishna is uh, he's the greatest architect of flowery words. Yeah, exactly. And he pacified Balram. Okay, he explained to Balram what actually happened, and pacified Balram, and finally Balram agreed. Okay, to give Subhadra to Arjuna. And this is how Balram actually listens to Krishna. Okay, because Balram, although he is the elder brother of Krishna, Balram has not forgotten his true identity. He is a servitor of Krishna, right? So Balram has not forgotten his true identity. This is a lesson all of us have to take back. Whatever position we are in, our true identity is what? Jivera Swarupahai Krishnera Nitya Das, right? We are eternal servitors of Krishna. That position we are supposed to not forget. Okay. Now, this is another interesting story. Balram's wife is called Revati. Okay, her name is Revati. How did they get married? So in Satya Yuga, there was a king by name Raivata. Okay. Now Raivata's daughter was Revati. Revati was very beautiful. She was excellent in all respects. Okay. And in Satya Yuga, people are bulkier, they are heavier, taller. Even girls are taller. Okay. Now compared to other yugas, compared to Dwapar Yuga, definitely. Now what happened, because she was very good in all angle, Raivata wanted to get her a very nice husband. Okay, so he actually searched everywhere. He discussed with a lot of people, but then he didn't get a proper answer, suggestion. So what did Raivata do? He was like, okay, I'll go to Brahma Loka, I'll ask Brahma only directly whom I should get my daughter married to. So he went to Brahmaloka. Okay, so those days he had that siddhis. No, Satya Yuga people, Ashtanga Yoga. They perform Ashtanga Yoga and get the Ashta siddhis. They can travel to any world, any planet. Okay, so Raivata went to Brahmaloka, And then so to go to Brahmaloka, he took moments. Okay. But what happened in Brahmaloka, Brahma was busy. There was some Nartana going on, okay, a dance program going on. And Brahma was like, okay, you wait for a moment, I will come. Okay. So Raivata was like, okay, fine. And he was sitting and waiting. Okay. Then that one moment in Brahmaloka is so many years, millions and millions of years on earth. Okay. One moment in Brahmaloka equals millions and millions of earthly years. So yugas only had passed, millenniums had passed by then. Okay. Then Brahma came. Brahma was like, yeah, what's the issue? Then Raivata was like, yes, I was waiting for you. I want to get married, get my daughter married. So can you have, do you have any suggestion? Who are the kings I can get married to? I can get my daughter married to. And then Brahma was like, who are all, what are the options you have? And then Raivata started telling the names, okay, names of the kings of that particular age, Satya Yuga. Then Brahma was like, you know, how many millenniums have passed by now in one moment? Now Satya Yuga has gone, Treta Yuga also has gone, now Dwapar Yuga has come in earth. Okay. So all the kings' names you told are no more there on earth. And then Raivata was like shocked. What happened? And then, but Revati was still there, you know, alive, waiting for her dad to come back. So Revati was waiting, and Raivata was like, so much happened in earth. Now what do I do? Then Brahma was like, okay, no, don't worry. Balaram is there. Balaram, you can get your daughter married to Balaram. Okay. Balaram is more than, I mean, the best, you know, qualified husband for your daughter, because he is definitely the Lord himself. And then Raivata was like, okay, fine. And then he returned to earth and got Revati married to Balaram. So, like I already told, people in Satyuga were all bulkier, heavier. They used to live long life. Okay. So Revati was actually, larger physically compared to even Balram. Satyuga people are that big, but Dwapar Yuga people are little, smaller compared to that those people. So Balram, what did he do? He took his plow. Plow is his weapon. Just put it on her head so that she becomes the normal size, the average size of Dwapar Yuga people. And then he got married to her. Okay. So that is the miracle he happened. So he still he made, so he still accepted Revati as her as his husband, right? And that's why Balram has Revati as his wife, sorry. And then now destruction of the Yadu dynasty. We've come to the last part of the Leela. So anybody knows how Yadu dynasty was destroyed? Anybody knows what happened? The picture is explaining everything.
They fought
They
among
killed by
themselves.
themselves, no, ma'am.
They fight with each other and they kill themselves, right? Why?
Because of the Duryodhana's mother had given the sharp some
That
curse.
is an external reason. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the Leela, how they would have gone back to Godhead.
Krishna's
Krishna had to leave.
Krishna's is that yuga has to come to an end.
Hmm.
That avatar.
They saw Krishna and everybody and started, they wanted to kill him. That's how they fought each other, thinking the other opponent is also an.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. So when Krishna, see, when the Leela has come to an end, so when Krishna is going back, all the his associates will also go back. See, Krishna is not alone. Krishna is always with his associates. Okay, so they all had to be taken back. So Krishna took all of them back. Okay. Yes. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. You can unmute.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, tell me.
after Krishna was hit on his foot by an arrow by some person, I forget.
Jara.
The dynasty of Yadavas slowly crumbled, something like that.
Yes, yes, Mataji. Yes, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll be seeing all that in
And
detail.
that was a curse by um, like, by someone who said because the parents were killed, the parent I mean I
No,
forget the
no, no,
name.
no. See, Jara was actually Vali, according to me. In
Is
Ramavatar,
that so? Uh-huh.
yeah, he was Vali. The Sugriva Vali war happened, and Ram actually supported Sugriva's party, right? And from Ram hid himself and killed Vali from behind, right? And so Vali wanted to, you know, take revenge, and that's why he became. Um, he came in the form of Jara, a hunter, and he also did the same thing. He also killed as in from a far place. He happened to see just the left leg of Krishna and thought it to be a deer's leg and shot. Okay, anyway, we will come to that. So, so what happened basically is uh, they were all, you know, the Krishna instructed all the people of Yadu dynasty, his family people, to go to a particular place, okay, on the shore of the ocean, definitely, and perform yajnas, okay, penances, austerities, basically. And then what happened, instead of doing tapasya and yajna, what happened, they all got intoxicated, okay, with alcohol. And once they get intoxicated, they lost their senses, their sense control, and what happened, they started fighting with each other, okay. They started fighting with each other and started killing each other, okay. So what Balram did, he sat down on the shore of the ocean, fixed himself in meditation upon the supreme personality of Godhead, and merged himself, okay, within the Lord, okay. So basically he gave up his body. He sat on the shore and he gave up his body. The moment, so Balram is the first person who gave up his body from the Yadu dynasty, okay. The moment Balram you know, gave up his body, Krishna was mentally, emotionally very, very hurt, affected. And so he goes to the forest and sits in one place. He gets lost in thinking, why did this happen, what happened, okay. And so Krishna, because Balram is very intimate, you know, a friend, a brother, well-wisher, everything for Krishna. When Balram goes, Krishna is like, now what am I supposed to do being here, right? So that kind of a brother love relationship they get into, and they get affected. And Krishna was sitting in the forest, and he was sitting and thinking, lost in thought about Balram. And that time Jara comes and shoots an arrow at Krishna's left leg. To be honest, nobody will die if an arrow is shot on the leg. Okay, even now in Kali Yuga also, when police, no police, when the villain is running, they actually shoot at the leg only, so that they stop running. No villain dies when the bullets are shot on the leg. Okay, and Krishna, so strong, so powerful, he is the Lord. Will he die? No. He wanted to satisfy the wish of his devotee Vali. Okay, Vali's desire it was. When Vali gave up his life, he intensely desired, okay, I should now, you know, take revenge. And so he wanted to fulfill the wish of Vali, and at the same time he wanted to fulfill the, even Gandhari happened to curse, right? He wanted to fulfill the wishes of all the devotees, okay. And these are all external reasons, like I already told. When the yuga has to come to an end, the next yuga has to start, Kali Yuga has to start, and Krishna had to go. Okay. And when he goes, he takes all his devotees with him. Whoever comes with him, he takes them back. That's why all the Yadu people also had to go. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Any questions? Anything we want to discuss? Any doubts? Yes, Ananta Valli Mataji, you have any question?
No, madam. No,
No?
Mataji.
Lower your hand. Any other questions? Anybody else? So tomorrow is Narottama Das Thakur's, you know, special day actually tomorrow. So most of the kirtans we sing, no, it's based on Narottama Das Thakur as well. He is one of the disciples in the disciplic succession, okay, of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So keep a track of all these. You can download the Vaishnava calendar. It gives you all the information, all the great days like these. Okay, it gives you all the information, and all the fasting for which days you should fast, which days you should not fast. Everything is given there, so that you will not miss. The more and more you fast, and most of the time we fast only till 12 p.m. So it's just you just have to skip your breakfast, and you can eat sabudana khichdi, and like ekadashi you can eat whatever you eat on ekadashi, fruits and all that, and immediately you can have your lunch at 12 o'clock. Okay, so it's not even great fasting, so you can do it and you get mercy from Vaishnavas. Okay, and as we move forward, we are coming to an end of module 1. Next left is just Buddha avatar and Kalki avatar. Next we'll be stepping into module 2. And when we do module 2, we will be learning about all the acharyas. Okay, the great acharyas we have. And anybody knows why we should learn about acharyas? Anybody knows? Fine, we are learning about Dashavatar because it is Krishna. We are learning about the Lord. Why about acharyas? No one knows?
Because of their
Liberated
mercy,
soul.
Mataji, we get
Sorry?
Krishna's mercy. It's only because of their mercy we get Krishna's mercy.
Yeah, Haribol. Yeah, very good. This happened to prove, right, in Devaki's story. Devaki had to get Balaram before getting Krishna. There is no other way. Guru is the one who introduces us to Krishna. We cannot go to Krishna directly. He will not recognize us. Okay. Our position is what? Dasa, Dasa, Nudasa. Dasa of the Lord. Okay. We are supposed to be devotee of the Lord. We cannot be, we have not reached a stage where we can directly be devotee of Krishna. And Krishna means Krishna is not alone. Okay, 5 things make Krishna. Okay, Krishna is not just Krishna. 5 things make Krishna, and first one is the holy name. Okay, the holy name is what is the representative of Krishna. Okay, then his devotees. Okay, and then all the paraphernalia of Krishna, the flute he holds and all of that make Krishna. Okay, and so all these things together is Krishna. Krishna is never alone. Okay, even in Goloka if you go, Krishna is never alone. He has lot of people. Even on the feet of Krishna there are dust particles. They are also living. The dust particles are living. No, that's why in Shikshashtakam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, make me the dust particle on your lotus feet. Enough, I'm happy, right? That is also might be our true identity, right? So there in Goloka, everything has life. Even a fruit has a life, even a flower has life, even a building has life. So people are serving in different way. Buildings serve Krishna and Shantaras, gopis serve Krishna and Madhurya ras. So only rasas differ. Okay, so everything has life over there. So we are nothing. We are just dasa nudasa. So we have to understand Krishna is nothing apart from. Krishna is not alone. Krishna does not give us any mercy if we don't serve his devotees, because that is our position. Dasa nudasa. Okay. So we will slowly get introduced, and one more reason is we want to become devotees, a well-versed Vaishnava. How? If we don't know how a Vaishnava lives, how a Vaishnava behaves, right? How a Vaishnava lives his life, we will not be able to become a Vaishnava, right? So that's why to practically show by example, by acharyas have come down and led their lives, okay, and they've left them as footsteps for us to follow, and we have to follow in their footsteps. Okay, and with their mercy we will get Krishna. Okay, yeah, any other question, any other doubts you all have? Yeah, like yeah, see, Prabhuji has written, yeah, this is the reason. Pure devotees guide us. They're like the guiding star. Okay, so no questions, we can end the class. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna. So next class Buddha avatar. Join all of you. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.